Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a wild, wacky brew built around Aang at the Crossroads. 5 mana for a 3/3 with flying, and it says when it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library, put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Rest on the bottom of your library. It can flip over something, leaves the battlefield. Not really using it for that effect, although it's kind of nice if you're kind of just playing a fair game with it. But we are trying to go infinite with Aang at the Crossroads in combination with Jackdaw Savior and a bunch of clones. So Jackdaw Savior is 3 mana for 3/1. Flying bird. Whenever this creature or another creature you control flying dies, return another target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. So the idea is to have a Jackdaw Savior out and then play Aang at the Crossroads. And because we have so many clones in this deck, we're probably going to hit one of these clones off of Aang. When we hit a clone off of Aang, that is going to then copy this Aang at the Crossroads, which will get another trigger to look at the top 5. And because of the legend rule, that copy will die and put itself into the graveyard. Now, Jackdaw Savior will see that and will trigger and will want you to return something that costs 4 or less, which conveniently all the clones cost 4 or less because Aang costs 5. So then if you have another clone in the graveyard, you can then return that to the graveyard, have it copy Aang. It'll die because of the legend rule. Jackdaw Savior will return it, and then it'll just keep going back and forth. And essentially, you get infinite triggers of Aang. The look at the top 5 cards and put a creature. Infinite of those triggers on the stack. And then you can basically just play out your entire deck. Put every single creature you own into play and win with Imodane's Recruiter. So what happens then is you just start copying your saviors, and then eventually you'll hit a recruiter, and you put that into play, and then you copy the recruiters, and you just attack for a lot of damage. It's not infinite damage, but it's you know, in the hundreds at least. So that is the combo that we're looking to pull off here. These two cards in combination with just having a bunch of clones in the deck. The rest of the deck is just mana acceleration and tutoring. So we got Llanowar Elves, great divide guide to try to speed this up a little bit, because you can go off on turn 4 if you play one of these on 1 or 2 and then 3 and then turn 4, which is pretty nice. And then the Huntsman's Redemption is sort of our tutor. Can make a beast, you can sacrifice it to tutor up any creature. Can be useful, or if you already have these two in hand, you can just have a beast in play, use it to pump up your creatures and kind of play fair there. The clones can also be used to copy, say, the beast token or the Great Divide Guides or Llanowar Elves. The Fleshcrafter can copy your opponent's stuff, and this one can cycle, so that's useful as well. And this one can be plotted, which could be potentially useful. You can also make additional copies of the Savior if you play that on 3, and then make more copies of it to kind of hedge against some removal. So that is the combo, that is the deck. Let's jump some games and see it in action. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Okay, going first. This hand seems okay. Not too bad. Guess we can go turn 2 Savior or turn 2 Redemption. Alright, Llanowar Elves. And there is an Aang, okay. So we kind of just want to hit land drops. Maybe we go Redemption just to find lands, or do we go Savior just to put it down? And maybe find another one. Let's just go here. Find lands, I think. Tifa, ooh, okay. And there's an Aang, very scary. Sacrifice this for a land. Let's see if it matters. Let's go maybe blue. island. And let's get the Savior down and see if we are dead to this Tifa. Certainly possible. Traveling Chocobo. Nope. Oh, and there's the land. Alright. So, we might be in business here. Alright, we'll go... doesn't really matter. Green, I guess. And let's see if we can combo. Alright, there is a Shapethief. So we do this, and then... we gotta order it differently, I think, so this returns after we find another one. And then once there's 2 in the graveyard, I think we're good to go. Just keep chaining them together. And order things this way. Not really sure why it does that exactly. But yeah, this is now an infinite combo. Where we can just continue to chain Aang and the clone. And put our entire deck into play. Essentially. Okay. If you're a judge, I don't know. I think it's a glitch that you have to do that, but actually it's not really an issue because you usually will find 2. I'm not sure how many triggers do I have so far. This is probably enough. All right, let's stop this combo. So, let's see. Actually, yeah, it doesn't really matter. What we do here, let's just copy this now, and then we'll just go Recruiter. And then now we can just make tons of copies of Recruiters with all these triggers. And we should be good to go. Great Divide Guide. That one missed. Copy. Recruiter. Copy Recruiter. There's a Recruiter. So we're kind of like cycling through the deck again. Miss. Recruiter. And... gotcha. Alright, that was sweet. That was turn 4, I think. That was kind of the best case scenario. So, very nice. See how much damage we can do. Negative. Oh. 97. Not bad. Alright, GG. On to the next one. Alright, Pony goes first. Yeah, this looks like a keeper for sure. Got the pieces that we want in the opener. Bleed on white mana. Tapped. And we can go starting town, Verge. So wait, we don't have to take any damage. Want to play this on 3, or... okay. Let's pass. Opt and double island. Well, if they're like an all counterspell deck, this is not going to be good. Okay. Opt. Sure. And okay. How many? They play 2 more ops. Yeah, this is probably not going to go well. If they're just like all counterspells all the time. Well, I think we're going to just plot this and not try to play anything into triple island here. Because I don't know what is going on over there. But it's probably not good for us. Okay, bandit attachments. I see. Okay, Serpent of the Pass. So they could have a bunch of stuff, I guess. Yeah, that thing. Mana, okay. Okay. Just have to try to get them to tap out, I guess. Let's just try to get a 3/3 down. I don't think I want to try to copy it, though. Although I could... Well, nah. I'm not going to. Because they're just gonna, yeah, into the Flood mod. Although, getting a creature down isn't the worst thing with this, because it could let us hit our land drops, but... Do I just want to run this out there so I can sacrifice it to make sure we get a land? Yes, I guess. I mean, alternatively, we play this and try to... Yeah, sure. I'll just throw it out there as a 2/2. Not the best play I've made, but it could also block that thing. But if we can resolve one of these Aangs, that could start to do something useful for us. No blocks. Let's see if we hit the land. Can imagine. Oh, we do draw the land. Okay, so now maybe I just don't sacrifice this thing. Or I could just do it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I could do throw out this. Washi Tom. Oh, no, I'm definitely not going to do it. Okay, can go Aang. Probably want to do that. I could also copy their Serpent. Could also just throw this down and then try to do Aang next turn. The thing is, if I do Aang, probably hit some clones. That's fine. Let's just get some value. I think it's fine. Oh, this can be a copy of anything. Could copy this again. Now, let's just keep going so we can flip to Aang, I think. And there's a Jackdaw Savior. I think I want to choose that, actually. That's fine. Although, actually, yeah, well, complex deck. That's fine, too, because now you have another Aang. I was going to say I want the original one, because then I can do something there, but I'm going to tap my things. Okay. And bounce that. Let's see, this is 10. Bounce that one. Okay. Not quite dead, though. And they likely are. Unless they have a 1-mana interaction. I certainly could have 1-mana interaction, but... Go to 1. Okay. Still alive. Now, I have... Okay, I have a clone in the graveyard, so this should work fine. Keep this, and then bring back the other clone. Alright, so this creates infinite of these triggers. And Just keep doing this. And building a giant stack of these triggers over and over again. And I'm assuming they don't have any interaction because they're not responding to any of this. Alright. Winning at 1 life. Love to see it. Kind of lose track of how many triggers I have going, but I drew a lot of the clones, so there's actually not a ton left in the deck. So I want to be careful, so to speak. Also have to make sure I don't time out. Once I get like a few more. Just to make sure we can put the entire deck into play. Alright. That should be good. Let's do this and then copy that. And then just start resolving all of these. And there we go. Recruiter. And copy the recruiter. Alright. Sweet, sweet. I gave up. On to the next one. Alright, going first. I think it looks okay. I can find the, let's see. I think we need green mana with this. So we can do this. No blue mana currently, but should be okay. Alright, we'll just cycle that. Got green and white. Okay, FOMO, sure. And discard a land. Okay, cycle. And still no blue mana. Ooh, Phoenix King, nice. Alright. This can be creature you control, okay. I was gonna say, maybe we could copy their FOMO. This can be anything, I believe. Any creature on the battlefield, yep. But we don't have any blue mana. Overlord, yep. Looks like Reanimator deck, okay. Definitely a bit scary. Okay, we'll get rid of this, and we'll get the Savior, and play it, and hope that we draw blue mana, or any basic. Any basic will work. Anything that has a basic land type, I mean. Okay, let's see what they got. They got Arden, it's pretty good. Yep. You got Phoenix King. Swing. Very nice. 4 mana and nothing. Oh, oh! Target creatures. We missed. We missed on blue. Okay. So close. Can't imagine surviving next turn, but we'll try. We can do... Actually... we can make a... No, we can't because we don't have blue. Guess cycle this first. Let's see what happens. There it is. Turn too late. Well, let's see. There may be some chance we survive, I guess. And can combo off next turn. They just have so much mana. So many resources. Can't imagine. I can do that, make another copy of that, sure. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, it's legendary. So that doesn't do anything. Okay. Swings there. 8 mana. Oh. Kills the Jackdaw. Bummer. Well, I could try to get another one. We'll just hold off, I guess. Blue tapped. Now we'll play the Aang. And I guess just keep copying it. See if we can make any progress. Can do that. Then we can get a Jackdaw. Try to survive. Until next turn. Flip over that one. Got a ton of mana. Okay, get back Cavalier, which then becomes a Spider Human Hero Jackdaw Savior. Okay. Very nice. And now that can become a copy of that. Okay. Swing. This doesn't... I guess I'll take 5. And see what they got. Will we be able to combo off next turn? It's possible, I guess, if they just don't have any other interaction. Okay. Passing the turn. Should we trick them into trying to kill these things in response? Okay. They had no response. Alright, well, let's see if we can go for it. Alright. This copies this Aang. And we'll keep that one. And now we just keep going on this. Let's see. Put that back there. So that resolves first. And then we will keep going. Keep this. And then, yeah, I think we can start looping it now. So we can, yeah, we have enough, we have a few things in the graveyard that we can basically do this infinite times. Okay. So now we got it going on. Yeah, so we'll just do this a whole bunch of times until we can basically play our entire deck. I'm not sure how many we want to do, but I'm just going to do it a bunch just to make sure we win. They're at a pretty high life total, and they have a lot of blockers back, so well, let's just make sure. Alright, just keep looping this over and over again. We're at 20. Some of those triggers are like Aang triggers, though, so they're not all Aang at the Crossroads triggers. But I also may time out at some point. Alright, let's just do one more. And then start copying something else. Opponent gives the nice. We can copy, let's do the Jackdaw Savior. And then, yeah, just keep getting Jackdaw copies. And eventually, we will hit, there we go, Imodane's recruiters, and then we can start copying the Imodane's recruiters. There we go. Alright. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Should give us enough power to win. Hopefully. Okay. Select an object to copy. Okay. Alright, so now we are Earthbend land and swing. These are all like, what, 8 power, 4 power, 12 power. Yeah, alright, sweet, sweet. Well, our opponent really didn't have much after they did that, and we were able to combo off. Nice. On to the next one. Okay, going first. This would be good, but it has no green mana in it. It does have a Jacksaw, though. And this. I think I can try something better. Guess I'll keep this one. Put back that and starting town, I guess. Cycle this. And pass. See if we can hit our land drops. Put it on forest. Okay. Okay, there's land. Could do this. Just do this. Jackdaw Savior. And there's the Llanowar Elves on turn 3, okay. Suspicious. I guess we'll play this. Oh, I should have played that so I didn't have to take a damage. I don't know if there's something that does damage to a tapped creature or something, but whatever. Let's attack. Okay. Elf deck? I see. And, yep, let's go for the combo with Aang. And cast Aang. And see if we win. Okay, Bandit. So we have one in the graveyard already. So I think we're good to just sort of default to returning the other one. Okay. And then we just do this over and over again to our heart's delight. This combo is so wacky. Copy this. Alright. It's a good thing our opponent did absolutely nothing, really. That always helps. But we did draw turn 5 into the combo, so that was nice, too. Okay. Okay. And I'm not keeping track. How many do we have on the stack? I think we have enough. Alright. Just kind of zoning out here and make a bunch of jackdaws. And then there's a recruiter. And then jackdaw. Copy the recruiter. Copy the recruiter. Copy a recruiter. Copy a recruiter. Copy a recruiter. And oops. Oh, there we go. Copy a recruiter. And okay, missed there. Oh, missed there. Not very many creatures left in the deck. And got him. What are these? 13? Yeah. I think that was enough. Alright. Props to opponent for staying in and letting us showcase the combo. GG. Alright, opponent goes first. Yeah, this is a keep, I think. Got one way to search up. Let's go elf. On one. Oh, I got an instant. One white sword, just a plowshare? No. Okay. Ooh. That guy is, ooh, there's a great divide guide. Let's see. I think we go Huntsman's Redemption, though. And just search up something. Probably Aang. Because Aang can help find the Jackdaw itself, so let's do that if we can. Okay, well, let's take that out. Okay. Well then, that's not good. And seam rip on the token. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. We can copy their thing, but it will just be a 2/2. It only has flying when it's modified. So maybe wait till hope they play something better. We could cycle this and play a Great Divide Guide. I don't hate that idea. Let's see. Another land. Wow. Alright. That is a lot of mana. That is a lot of mana. Okay. Spellbook vendor. Okay. Well, if I copy that, I can put spellbooks on stuff. Alright, let's go Aang off the top. Oh! I swear I did not. I did not. Okay. Let's play it, because all these other lands do damage to me. Aang can get... Ooh, a Jackdaw Savior. Wow, okay. That was pretty lucky. Let's see how much damage they have. Or if they have another... removal spell would be bad. If we are able to take this thing out. Okay, scavenger. I can use this to pay 1. Create a sorcerer roll. Pretty good. No, don't do it. Don't have a second sheltered. No? Yes? Maybe? Oh, the second sheltered. Of course. Of course. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of Aang, which is interesting. And now... I don't have a good block. I'm gonna scry. No blocks. Alright, well, I can copy my Jackdaw Savior, I guess, is the play here. And then try to double block. Unless I have a third Sheltered by Ghosts. In that case... Oh, never mind. Can't double block now. Okay. This has... Flying First Strike. Ward. So we need another Aang off the top. Block, and I guess we could chump, or we could block with everything on that thing and take it out. That would die and return something. Let's do this. Oh, so I didn't have that second Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, well. Could cycle it and try to hit Aang. Or we could play it and live another turn. I don't think that's a good play. So cycle it is. Oop. Okay, well. This one we're essentially forced to play. And do this. Alright. Fast turn. Okay, another Aang off the top. Would be a miracle. No removal in this deck. Which may be an oversight. But, just trying to do the thing. Okay, now we have to jump block both of these. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have any outs now. Even an Aang wouldn't save us because... Do. Okay. Return a few things. Llanowar Elves. And I can make a copy of it. Alright, GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for Aang at the Crossroads Jackdaw Savior combo. This one was wild and pretty wacky and fun and ridiculous. It's pretty good to actually play this one in Arena because the triggers all just kind of resolve for you and you can do that very quickly. So it's one of those combos that actually works better in Arena than probably on paper, but regardless, the deck performed okay. I did actually have a winning record in, you know, some of the lower ranks with this, but I do feel like there probably is ways to improve it. Wasn't sure exactly how many clones you want to play. You could cut this one because you actually want to hit the legend rule with Aang, and so having this, because this kind of dodges the legend rule because it creates it as a different name, is actually not useful. Although, you know, it can be useful if you're just trying to value and have it two Aangs in play. So there's some uses for it, but I wasn't sure. You could maybe trim on these, go down to 1 or 2 copies of them and play more mana acceleration or some removal. Let me know if you have any other ideas for the deck or anything else that might improve it, other tutors that might get Aang or the Savior. that would be pretty good as well. I was thinking about maybe stock up, something like that could be potentially okay in this deck, but yeah, that's the deck, and let me know if you have any thoughts, and thanks so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.